I just came across this story, or well, this Facebook post credited to the great Samuel Eto'o, the Cameroonian. He's retired now, professional footballer, the one who achieved so much with Barcelona in particular. I remember there was a recent bit of news in which some journalist was interviewing him and said, "What did it feel like to play um, with Messi?" And he said, "No, he said I didn't play with Messi. Messi played with me." There's a big difference because I was when Messi was joining the club. Eto'o was already a superstar. He was one of the top strikers. He was if he wasn't the top scorer, So there was, and the man is somebody who is crystal clear about who he is, what value he has. He never tolerated any nonsense from anybody, and he was a go-getter. He still is a go-getter. Now he shared a post. Oh, there's a Facebook page that published something credited to him. I really found very instructive. It's actually based on a philosophy I adopted in life that actually helped me um, literally lift myself out of the um, the depths of adversity at a very crucial time in my life as an entrepreneur. That was in 2013. Things were really bad. 2012 going into 2013, and I really had lost all hope of what I could do to really lift myself up. My business was really not doing well. Nothing was working. Um, there had so many ups and downs, ups and downs. I got to a point where the Nigerian environment had stifled me, and I was having some problems on the domestic front as well that were making things extremely difficult for me. I knew I wanted out, but I didn't know what I could do to get out of the mess I was in. Then it struck me that all I had to do actually was to look for a more conducive environment. I needed to get myself into social psychological environment that would let me function. And so I took that decision to. Well, I'll talk about that when I finish reading this out to you, because what I did is exactly in line with what Eto'o is quoted to have said here. But I just want to read out what he said. It was in French, but being that I'm dealing with an English speaking audience, um, I'm going to just tell you what he said in English. All right. Um, Basically, what he said was a bottle of water in the supermarket costs around 500 safer in that's Benin. Well, okay, Cameroonian francs, I believe he was saying here. Okay, and the same bottle in a bar, all right, will cost about 1,500 francs. All right. Now he said in a restaurant or hotel, it could come for a price of about 2,000 or 3,000 CFA, French CFA, French CFA, that's French francs. Now, in an in an airport or inside an aeroplane, all right, you could get it. They could charge you about 6,000 francs for it, all right. So now the bottle is the same, the brand is the same also, you know. Um, the thing which changes every time is the environment, right? Chacun droit donne une valeur. Sorry. Now, each environment gives a value different to the same product, all right? So it gives a different value to the same product. And when you, how do I put it now? When you get a feeling, when sorry, I keep trying to read it out in French. When you are told, or when you are made to believe, that's where I should put it now. When you're made to believe um, that you have nothing, that you are nothing. When your environment messes you up, does not reward you appropriately in line with the value you are delivering and you can deliver or that you can offer. Don't stay there. Change your position, change your place, change your environment. Leave the place. You know, have the courage to change and go to a different environment where they will give you um, the courage and they will give you the merit. You will get merit. You get treated with merit and you will be given consideration, okay, in line with the value you can offer, you can deliver, okay. Surround yourself with people that appreciate you truly. okay, and who know your value, who appreciate your value for the value you can deliver. Don't be content, all right, with less than what will be what your value. Don't let people treat you with less than the value you know you have. All right. Um, at all times, know that it's best for you to leave a table when respect is no longer being served, when consideration is no longer being served on that table. Okay. You must be valuable that in all aspects of your life. All right. That's strive continually, okay, to be treated with value, to be valued in every um, environment you find yourself, okay, in your life, in all aspects of your life. Strive to continually be a person that adds value to others. If you do that, you're going to be valued yourself. Now, back to my story. Using this, you see, and when I shared this on my wall, I actually put just two words. I just said pure wisdom, and I put the exclamation mark in front of it, because what Eto'o is saying here is what changed my life. If I had not relocated to Benin Republic in 2013, 1st of April 2013 was the day I arrived in Cotonou. So April Fool's Day, if you will. And that was when I arrived in Cotonou, the afternoon of that day. And that marked the beginning of a complete reinvention of my brand. Today, what I have that enables me to succeed was built, that foundation was built in Benin Republic. But I would never have built it if I had stayed in Nigeria. That I know for sure. Today, I still leverage that platform, that foundation. I still leverage it to succeed today. A lot of the work I do today is based on the achievements I recorded when I was in Benin Republic. All I did was change my environment, but believe me, when I did so, my ability to perform and to excel completely changed, and I began to flourish. And you know the funny thing, I had no money. I literally knew nobody. I had nothing. As I said repeatedly in many of my recordings and in many of my articles, I was sleeping on the streets when I got into that country. After my first few days, about 4 days, next thing I knew, I was on the streets. I had no money. I was on and off the streets. I was living from hand to mouth. There were periods when I went for days without food. Believe it or not, I'm telling you the truth. There are people who are my friends today that know me from this period of my life. But one thing that was consistently clear to me when I was in that country and going through all that difficulty was that it was an environment in which I could flourish. So my work never suffered, even when I had no money to eat, because I had taken the initiative to pay upfront for my internet connection in the cyber cafe for a full month. Over there, your payment does not expire, unlike in Nigeria where they'll tell you, your money expires after that day or whatever. I was able to use my money till I exhausted it in the cafe. All I had to do was go back. So even when I had no money, I would always go there and content myself with being able to work. I was writing articles every day, creating videos, doing so much, because the environment was conducive. And there, nobody was judging me. Well, they were judging me based on the fact that I was in Nigeria, but nobody was like going out of their way to pull me down, anything of the sort. I was able to flourish. People gave me a chance. They gave me opportunities. I got a client that hired me to build a software, to build a website for his private university. From there, he hired me to do other things. Doors were opened for me. I was able to connect with people that were like-minded. And yes, I didn't get many people that were my clients because most of them couldn't afford my services. But nobody disturbed me. And let me tell you, the conditions under which I rented property by the time I began to rent property were so conducive to my pocket that I was able to bring money home and start coming back to Nigeria 6 months later. And from then on, it has been up, 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 up. Everything I've done till today was based on that foundation, just because I chose to have courage and change my environment. I remember some people, many elders, older than me, relatives, friends, they expressed reservations about my going to that country in particular. I remember the kind of silly stories I was told by some people. The thing is, people that can think about something you want to do based on the limitations they have. A person that does not know how to speak French will be telling you about an environment where you are going to live and where French is the primary language, the first language. And he'll be saying, oh, why do you want to go to that place? They don't speak French there. Even when you tell the person that you can speak French, he's still telling you why it's not a good idea for you to go there, because they cannot see beyond their own experiences. They are not able to visualize. I have lived in francophone states. I have made friends. Way back in 1999, I had already made connection with people in places like Cameroon. I had lived amongst them. They took care of me like I was their own. So I knew that I had nothing to fear. This adult was telling, this elder was telling me so many reasons why it was a wrong decision for me to go to that place. How they were mean, how they were this. This was a person that had never lived among them the way I had. I had eaten their food, trusted them, allowed them to tell me where to sleep, slept with my eyes closed, and nothing had happened to me. I returned to my country, they helped me. And this person who had never done that was telling me not to trust them, not to go there. And he did not have any alternative for me to explore in Nigeria. Can you imagine that? He saw the suffering I was going through and he was still telling me it was wrong for me to go elsewhere. Don't let people use fear to instruct you or guide you or advise you. Follow your heart, because sometimes where you are is not where your glory is. Believe me. And then you see, nothing stops you from going there and coming back, and then going and coming and going and coming and shuttling between both ends. But if you don't go there and build that foundation, how will you have what basis will you have to come back and come and flourish over here? So first of all, get yourself into an environment that allows you to succeed. When you succeed, you can always come back. Okay, nobody's asking you to abandon your home state or your home country. But for God's sake, don't deny yourself of the opportunity for success. And that's the truth. If you deceive yourself and let people deceive you that, oh, home is home, there's no better place than home, you stay there in an environment where they continue to pull you down and hold you back and block your opportunities for success, you will have only yourself to blame. And let me end by saying this. What I've just talked about, in other words, the need for you to seriously consider changing your environment if the place you are in, you're not getting appreciated and valued for what you're able to do, and you know you're able to do, and you're not getting the opportunities you know that you need to make useful progress in your life, and you want to explore these ideas of changing your environment. Let me add this. I am a location independent multipreneur. In other words, I do not, the way I function as a person making money, it doesn't matter where I am, I'm able to make money because I leverage technology and I do a lot of creative problem solving. So everywhere I go, you remember what Eto'o said about being a person of value, adding value to people wherever you go. It's the same thing. That's what I do. I have certain skills and abilities I've developed, and you may need to do the same thing too for yourself. Add value to yourself, improve yourself, add new skills, new knowledge, so that wherever you go, you'll find that people will love to keep you around, have you around, and embrace you and come close to you because they find that you're a person that adds value to them. All right. But more importantly, what I want to say here is that now understand that today, in today's world, travel is a lifestyle. The travel lifestyle is something that all of us need to embrace because PC and internet technology makes it possible. So what I'm saying is, in essence, is that you need to understand that you can actually decide to travel to different countries and make it a continuous experience. Not that you stay in one place. You can be in one place, you can have a base, but you continue to travel and explore the opportunities in many different markets. Now, the African countries are going to have to get real and understand that they need to open their borders more and become more friendly to other Africans who are willing to cross the borders and add value to the people in the different societies across Africa. There are some of us that have skills that can benefit people in other parts of Africa, but we stay in our countries where we're not valued, when we can as well cross the border and go and add value to others and get rewarded for it. So understand that you can take this idea forward and actually go and begin to cross the border. Funny enough, not just the borders across countries, but even the borders within your country. So you are in a particular state. What stops you from crossing the border and going to another state, another local government? In other words, don't just stay where you are. Get up and explore the opportunities available in other parts of your country. You'll be shocked that when you are not being appreciated, while you're not being appreciated in the place you are in currently, you could just move to another place and find yourself being embraced and being able to excel because you just chose to reach out. So get real, get it into your head that you can actually move around, and there's nothing that should stop you from doing that. And who knows, your opportunities might just come and become more apparent to you when you do that. All right, cross the borders, not just within your country but also outside your country. And if it happens that you are somebody that you still have reservations about doing that, maybe because you have a family already, you have children, you have family, you have a spouse, and you don't think it's something you can do, or maybe your spouse is not keen to travel, because I do know families that travel. I know of a particular couple that's traveling with 3 of their kids, or their three kids, not the three of them, all their three kids. So they travel as a family, and they're actually all digital entrepreneurs. So they're making money to finance the trip, and they use a lot of the techniques I've talked about, which I said I'm going to cover in another video, about how you can travel without having to spend your own money. You can actually get your feeding and accommodation, even your transportation fees or your flight tickets or whatever, covered by other third parties as you travel, because you have skills that make it possible. So if that is your situation, your reality, in which you cannot travel, you would love to probably, but you are unable to because of your peculiar circumstances. You have family and they are not keen to do that, or it's not possible at this point in time to move them, then use the web. Use the web to travel, to cross the borders and add value to others, because the web makes it possible for you to make money regardless of your location. All right, so you can cross the border. Don't just try to use the web to interact with people in your society alone. Begin to explore ways to attract potential buyers for the solutions you offer from other environments, from other cultures, from other economies, from other markets. Nothing stops you from doing. In fact, the web makes it easier today to cross the border in that manner if you were not going to do it physically. And if you do that, the opportunities can then lead you over time to explore physically moving as well to those locations. All right, so my story at least hopefully will inspire you. The words of Samuel Eto'o will also hopefully inspire you. And if you need help making use of the ideas I've shared with you, please reach out to me using the contact details shown on your screen. I wish you well.